You're crazy, you belong in the psych ward, cannot hold a job, cannot have families. Hi, my name is Azrina. I'm 28 years old and I'm an artist. I was previously an architect and designer, but recently I decided to pursue my passion in art as a way of raising awareness on the topic that is very close to my heart, which is mental illness. I'll probably do like my everyday makeup, how you go out and look, because disclaimer, I'm not a makeup guru, so whatever I do, don't follow, don't judge. I've started noticing my symptoms as a teenager, but over time, my symptoms got worse. I did not get diagnosed because there was a certain stigma against mental health at that moment. Only when I reached my 20s, that's when I was brought to the hospital to get diagnosed, and I was diagnosed with dissociative identity disorder. After a couple of years, I was diagnosed with bipolar. Not long after that, I was also diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. And I'm still in treatment. It's a struggle, but I'm getting through it. So, yeah, I'm just gonna put this on. Typical day for me, it's a struggle because borderline personality disorder, everything I feel is at extreme. And on top of that, I also have to balance bipolar disorder. So with bipolar, you have, they call it manic episodes and depressive episodes. So with the manic episode, you get really happy, you get really motivated. And then the depressive episode is the complete opposite. Some people may have suicidal thoughts. Thankfully for me, I've never gone there. And with borderline personality disorder is something that you do to an extreme. It's more like overthinking, being anxious, all in the mind, but at the same time, like you can't stop it. When I was diagnosed, dissociative identity disorder is where your stress level is at here, and then you go up to here. So when you get to here, you go on autopilot mode. So you can be around people, you can have parties or whatever, but you're not there. You're physically there, but mentally you just shut out. It's really unpredictable, but you know, every day is a surprise. Earlier on this year, I was called interview for a job, and I was very transparent about the fact that I have all this diagnosis, and they said they were fine with it. In the times that I was working with them, I had to take some time off to see my doctors, get my medication, go for therapy and stuff like that. And my superior was very unhappy about that. She said that it was unprofessional for me to take that much leave. For me, it felt like she wasn't being fair. My performance was not affected. Even during my off days, I still work. When we had the talk, all she had to say about was the fact that she was unhappy that I was not in the office. So I find that really toxic for me because I still get everything done. Nobody else in the office was unhappy with me, so I left. She should have reacted in a more compassionate way. She could have just told me that maybe I can do certain days out of the office, certain days in the office. Find some mutual ground that won't make other people want to quit. I wish she was a bit more understanding, and I just wish she knew what it's like, honestly. Maybe then she'll behave differently. I actually discovered art therapy on my own. It's more of just like when I found out there was something therapeutic about painting, I decided to do more research on it. And when I finally came to acceptance about my diagnosis, I decided that psychotherapy cannot be the only way for me to get better. As it turns out, there's a whole range of art therapy that you can do other than just painting. So if people are like really determined to get better, you know, they will find a way, other avenues to actually look for help and get better. Because I cannot multitask. people with mental illness cannot function in the society. People with mental illness are using their illness as an excuse. As for general stigma, it's always like, oh, you're crazy, you belong in the psych ward, you're unpredictable, we don't know when you're gonna lash out, cannot hold a stable relationship, cannot hold a job, cannot have families. It has come to that extent. But at the end of the day, it doesn't stop me from achieving what I want to be. It's up to every person whether or not they want to get help. Because if you know you're sick, but you refuse help, for lack of a better word, that's on you. But if you know that something is wrong somewhere, you should seek professional help, because you know that it's already hard living in community that don't accept mental health as a physical illness. I want people to treat me like a normal person. I don't see why I should be treated any differently. I think people should be supportive, but treat them like a friend that they are, not someone who's sick. Is this how you put on mascara? So now I'm moving on to the blush. Knowing the fact that whatever I'm doing now could affect a lot of other people who suffer through the same illness that I do, and the ones who don't actually have the support that they need. So by doing this, knowing that it could help someone somewhere, that makes me feel empowered. As for the beautiful side, well, I don't generally subscribe to the superficial idea of beauty. So I guess being who I am makes me feel beautiful. Okay, I think I'm done. This is how I look every day. Ta-da!